The ethos at Burren Free Range Pork is to keep everything as natural as possible.
We're here on the edge of the Burren, and it's quite a small holding. It's in 3 sections, and it's not more than 30 acres. As well as pork products, we also produce free range hen eggs and duck eggs, and we also produce beef cattle. I'm just collecting the waste from the brewery here in Listonbarda, and I'm going to use this to supplement my feed for the pigs. We found that this waste is actually quite beneficial as a supplement to the pigs' ration, which is sound bonnet. And we get to raise our pigs, provide them with extra feed without extra cost. It's a regular pig ration along with the waste from the brewery. It provides a very nutritious feed for the pigs.
Every time our neighbour goes cutting his lawn, we collect the grass. So we give it to the pigs because they love eating grass, putting them in some of the recycled buckets we have. These buckets are actually very good. They're sturdy. They're much stronger than the ones you buy. There's no such thing as waste in the polytunnel. Everything gets eaten by the pigs.
Ava and Stephen are creating a place where there is no such thing as waste, and where everything is considered a resource.
The bedding from the pig manure, it can be used as a mulch. So we found that when it was left to one side on top of the rushes, over time the rushes disappeared.
We're not paying for fertilizers, obviously. We're using our own manures for fertilizing the ground.
So we're just here, this is something here for the garden, some hen manure. The waste paper bags aren't put into the refuse, they're actually used on the farm, so they break down over time. What do you want it?
It's gold. It makes everything grow really well.
Oh, also the eggshells, the gathered, we find them very effective in keeping slugs out of the polytunnel. When these are crunched up, it makes a very uncomfortable pathway for slugs to travel on. So it's another way of using waste on the farm.
We don't use any chemicals at all. We don't use any fertilizers or pesticides or anything like that. So we try to do it as organically as possible.
Where the polytunnel was up to 7 years ago was just a piece of waste ground on the farm. It was too small to use for the cows. And we saw, after leaving the pigs there for a couple of months, that we, as well as a lot of pig manure, we also had a ground that was turned over and ideal for a garden. And this is another piece of ground that has been walked over by the pigs, and we'll come along and put in some more lazy beds, and we hope to have onions here later on. So it's actually the pigs walk on the ground that actually is helping us in the garden. These are just apples that have been left behind by some school kids, just a combination of apple cores and some banana. So we'll try you as well. No, okay, that's a dropped it here. Okay, Bianca, I'll give you another one here. Well, it's going to have a positive effect on the meat, but first of all, as you can see, straight away we've got a very happy pig. Pigs, as well as grass, pigs love to eat fruit as well. The pigs will slowly turn over a field that can be eventually reseeded, providing better grass for the cattle. And when the cows have to be moved from a field, the pigs can be allowed to move in, and so it's a cycle that works well on a small holding.
As a result of the waste reduction initiatives, Burren Free Range Pork have reduced their costs, making a huge contribution to the commercial viability of the farm.